A Striker Named Desire, Passage 1. A Striker Named Desire is a classic of the American theater. Tennessee Williams' landmark work was a tour de force in the original stage production in 1947 and continues to resonate with audience and readers today despite, or perhaps because of the simplest lawyer story. A few other Belle Blanche Boys arrives at her sister Sweden New Orleans apartment when she is tortured by a brutish brother-in-law Stanley Kowalski. Blanche puts on ice the classic that happiness surrounds the place, sounding international, and she is miserable and haunted by the tragic and scandalous past. Stanley forces Blanche to face her dolorous reality with his betrayal, and finally his act of sexual aggression is doing so it causes her to lose the tenuous degree assigned. Most have argued that the place about the ways the past haunted or present, or that is about the ways class of sexually impact our lives. However, few have seen the play for why it is allegory for the theater itself. Before William wrote the streetcar, the theater had been dominated by melodrama, a rare interlude in the 1930 brought political theater to center stage, but by the 1940 its principal pride was Clifford others had left New York for Hollywood, and the sensationalized medium for melodrama once again flourished. The theater was in limbo, and Williams had decided to bring something new to the world. It was right around the political theater of the 1930, but without the political underpinnings. To the high end, he created lifelike characters who spoke the reality dialects, Blanche unlike the other characters. Speak theatrical acts larger that rely on stage on the floral language. In hiding mannerings, Blanche is a character, not distrusses. She lies about everything, and the only theatrical that finally exposed her life is reality itself. Styling, he's finally forced her off the stage into the inside islands by forcing himself on her sexually, and without realism forcibly removing melodrama from stage. A Striker Named Desire. It is not possible to imagine a Striker Named Desire without the influence of Marlon Brando, the actor who rose to fame playing Stanley Kowalski. On the page, the part is finally simply designed is a monster and a beast without the redeeming qualities, but Brandon and the play original director Elia Kazan. Imagine the character as having the underbly rooted in this own surround, security and soulful complexly. Brandon's styling is a brute, yes, but his brute is had the fact that it's so awful. He has no only control himself and his passions. And this lack of control is equally embarrassing to him, even as it was also threatening to Blanche in alluring to the her Stella. 14 times after he comes back to her famously begging forgiveness by shooting Stella outside their apartment, putting a random deception on the stage and later on the screen. He is a sucker from the rhymes that the Lord completely desperate, and so that he needs Stella to lie. He loves and sweating, totally helpless and weak. The exact opposite, the brute that appears later with it, he forced himself into Blanche. The play is excellent and memorable even when read, but its random interpretation on the male lead role that makes the play indelible. Without Brandon, the play would still have a deep meaning. With Brandon's interpretation, the play becomes even more profound.